My mom's affair with my ex-best friend's dad. Hi guys, I really need help. This is my first time posting on Reddit. I am going to go on a rant and tell you about everything, so please bear with me. Anyways, I am 17-year-old girl and my mom is having an affair with my ex-best friend's dad. For privacy reasons, I'm going to refer my ex-best friend as Harper. Anyways, I'm going to start with the very beginning. I never had a father figure in my life. My father left us to be with another woman for money. Basically, he cheated on my mother before I was born and when I was either 4 or 5. My father and his other woman have 2 kids together. I do not consider them as my siblings, and I resent him for it. However, I still keep in touch with him because I am the heir to his business. Also, my mom and my dad keep in touch with each other for child support and etc. 2010 to 2015. When I was around either 4 or 5 years old, I would always go horseback riding during the weekends. One day, I met Harper and we rode the horses together, went on a carriage ride, had dinner together, and went into a maze together. That day was the best day of my life because I had met my best friend. But one thing stood out from my memory during that day. When we rode the carriage, I sat next to Harper and our parents sat together. Harper said, "We are like sisters. Imagine our parents marrying each other, then we'd be stepsisters." Our parents went pale and I didn't laugh along with Harper because I was not ready to have a new father. Still today I am not. That day ended and I thought I would never see Harper again. I was wrong. I transferred schools to be in the same school and grade as Harper. I thought it was a coincidence that we were in the same school together, but it was not. It was because my mom wanted to be closer to Harper's dad. The only bright side about me being in a new school was that Harper and I became closer. We hung out almost every weekend. We basically did almost everything together. Basically, she was my only real friend. I had a few other friends, but no one came close to Harper. As we got older, I started to notice something strange about my mother. She was always so protective of her phone. She would leave me home alone for many hours saying she was going out for groceries, and she would always be on her phone either texting or calling someone. She always felt the need to talk to the other person first and not me when I wanted to tell her how the other kids at school were bullying me. I caught my mom sending nudes to another man twice, and twice I caught my mom sneaking another man in the house to have sex. I didn't know who the man was at that time because I was around 9 or 10. Now that I am older, I know it was Harper's dad. The first time I caught my mom sneaking with Harper's dad, I was sleeping in my room. The sun always wakes me up early. When I woke up, I had an urgent feeling to get up and look around the house and look outside. I noticed 2 things. 1, my mom's bedroom is closed. We leave our bedrooms open because it's just my mom and I in the house. 2, there was a car outside that looked like Harper's dad's car. I was basically shocked and couldn't move from my bed. I yelled at my mom and asked her why her door was closed. My mom came running out of her room and closed her and my door. She played loud music so it would mask Harper's dad's footsteps. My mom lied to me that day. She said no one was with us. I knew she was lying. The other time I caught her, my mom wanted me to sleep in her room. I woke up to her not next to me but a pillow in her place. I heard footsteps outside the closed bedroom. I have very sharp hearing. I opened the door and I see my mom making out with Harper's dad in the dark. I asked my mom who that man was and if that man was Harper's dad. Again, she lied to me and said that I was seeing things and that I'm dreaming. I knew it was her dad. 2015 to 2018. When I went into middle school, Harper's new friend tried to choke me with a plastic wrapper during lunch in front of Harper and my 2 new friends during that time. I'm no longer friends with them. None of them came to my aid. The 2 new friends were watching Harper's friend trying to choke me, but they looked like they didn't care. Harper looked shocked. After school, I tried to tell my mom what happened during lunch, but she was too invested in her conversation with the other man to care about me. In the end, Harper's friend was expelled. Afterwards, Harper told me how sorry she was that she didn't help me. I eventually forgave her. One day, my mom let me use her laptop for school work one day. Something told me to go through her messages. I tried to ignore my gut feeling, but it was too strong. I looked and I saw the man my mom communicated daily with. It was Harper's dad. That day I felt shocked, betrayed, and angry. The next day at school, I told Harper. She didn't believe me at first, but I convinced her otherwise. After school, Harper and I snooped for suspicious things at our houses. I then sent Harper the messages between my mom and her dad. I even sent her the photo her dad sent to my mom. Under the photo, he said how he misses my mom so much and that he loves her. Harper said she couldn't believe it because her dad had sent her and her mom the exact same photo saying that he loves them so much and that he would never replace them. Harper then sent all of the screenshots I took to her mom. Both of our families got into a fight that night. My mom told me half the truth that night, but she still lied to me. She started to play victim by crying and telling past events that was not relevant to the situation. The only relevant thing she said was how she met Harper's dad. They met by my mom needing to sue one of her ex-lovers because he had took her money and ran away with it. She said it was love at first sight when she saw Harper's dad, and that they had never slept with each other. Again, she lied to me. She then proceeded to tell me that Harper's dad and my mom planned to tell us about their affair but didn't know how. After that day, I started to withdraw from her. She would always barge into my room, I don't have a lock on my door, and always begged for forgiveness. I had to comply because she did not respect my personal space. Harper and I stopped being friends. I began to become very depressed and angry after losing my best friend. The other kids at school didn't help. They started to bully me even more. My other two close friends made fun of me for being stupid, not having a dad, and having low grades. They found out about my low grades because one of them had gotten into my school email and saw all of my grades. Also, the guys at school were calling me dumb and made a joke out of me. The friend group I was in would make fun of my music taste. They said that I shouldn't listen to Korean music even though I'm Asian. They didn't like the fact that BTS has helped me to love myself and gave me the motivation to keep going in life. Every day I hoped for a better start in high school. 2018 to 2020. I was wrong about high school. I was basically ostracized from everyone. However, one person became my friend my freshman year and I am so thankful for her. Unfortunately for me, it was her last year before she graduated. During my sophomore year, 16 years old, I found out almost all of the truth. While I was doing homework, my mom let me use her laptop for research. Again, I had that sinking gut feeling to go and look at her messages. I did. Not only did I find out more of the truth, I found out that they were having sex. I had already known that, but to see it in words just made me feel more angry and betrayed. The thing that stood out the most was that my mom wanted my dog dead. My mom said that my dog had ran out of the house and onto the street. She then texted Harper's dad saying that she wished my dog would just die by a car, so she wouldn't have to deal with him. Again, we got into a fight. My mother said to get over it and that it wasn't my business because it was an adult problem. I learned that not only she had lied to me all those years, but Harper had found out the full truth when I told her about the affair. March of 2020, my dog passed away from food poisoning at the age of 5. Present time. A few days ago, I noticed my mom talking like Harper's dad. I found it very suspicious. A few days later, the mailman rings our doorbell. My mom runs out to give him the mail. I didn't know it was the mailman, so I grabbed my mom's phone and tried to search for the app ring. The first thing I saw was WhatsApp. I thought it was weird how a messaging app was on her phone, so I clicked it. There was one contact. It was Harper's dad. They are still having an affair after all these years. I know I need to somehow get into my mom's phone and take screenshots for proof, but I don't know how to tell Harper. She would not listen to me or even talk to me. The knowledge of the affair still going on has been eating me alive because I have to pretend that nothing is wrong. I know that Harper and her mom deserves to know, but I just don't know what else to do. My mom makes me have mixed feelings about her, love and hate. Mostly hate and resentment. There's this person that I've met that I like, but I'm holding back because my mother has made me destroy the trust one have for others, made me have anger issues, and have depression. In the end, I just want this drama to end and to never see my mother or my ex-best friend's family again. I'm just so tired of this, but I don't know what to do.